Hello, I'm Ms. Lumley of Finextra, and we're here at EBA Day in Amsterdam. And today I'm speaking to Hayes Littlejohn of EBA Clearing. And we're going to talk about instant payments, which is like a huge topic of conversation here at EBA Day. So EBA Clearing launched the Instant Payments Task Force earlier this year to sort of promote instant payments on a pan-European level. What is the objectives of this task force?
Well, the main objectives are to try to get the leading industry representatives, user representatives from our community together who are willing and able to try to take this idea forward. The idea is to also be a call to action, respond to the call to action from the ERPB and get something actually moving. The objectives are to try to bring this group together to create a flexible and operative infrastructure that can go live sometime between now and 2017. It's important, though, to remember that there are few players that can do this in a true pan-European context. And EBA Clearing, with its long track record of delivering these kinds of solutions and operating them, is very well placed to do that.
Can you give us more detail on sort of the roadmap for the delivery?
Yeah, we started in March with 20 or so user representatives from our community, bringing them together, and the idea is to produce a blueprint by June, in time for the next ERPB meeting. There will be a broader consultation process going on through the summer and early autumn. The idea then is to come up with a final draft which would be implementable towards the end of this year. And just to add to that, the idea would be then, once that's final, to look to try to scope and develop in 2016 with the idea of actually clearing the first payments in 2017.
So what about the new architecture for this service? Can you give us some detail on that?
Yeah, the architecture is meant to be efficient. We have to leverage existing components where we can. And we want to be able to use infrastructure components that are around. We also want to use ISO 20022. There's a very strong agreement that everything should be based on that. But it's also clear that as this develops and as the regulators and the scheme-making bodies come up with changes or adaptations, that we'll have to be flexible in order to incorporate those.
So I mentioned earlier that instant payments has been a big topic of conversation, both in the industry and at EBA Day. And today at EBA Day, it was opened with a meeting of the Open Forum for Pan-European Instant Payments. So can you give us some information about the difference between that initiative and your initiative from EBA Clearing?
Yeah, sure. It also goes a bit to the differences between the clearing company and the association. But the task force is really focusing on something that becomes operational and really focusing on the clearing and settlement layer. Whereas the association's initiative is really to look at the ecosystem in general, the customers, suppliers, end-to-end, how this has to work in order to be successful.